Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jack, if you don't already know me. And today's class will be a 30-minute practice to counteract back pain. So we'll do lots of stuff to stretch out the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. We'll also do stuff to bring the spine into more length and alignment. So if you struggle with back pain, this will be a perfect practice for you within the Vinyasa yoga context. So thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoy this practice.
Open up, you open up.
So let's go ahead and start on the back today. Lie down and bend the knees, plant the feet down to the floor. Walk the feet out a little bit wider than hips distance, and let your knees just knock in towards one another so that the legs can be restful, the inner thighs can be soft. Start by taking a deep inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. One more inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Continue to use this breath. Continue, I'm having weird voices today already. Continue to breathe in and out of the nostrils throughout this entire class. So let the breath be long and fluid. And let's go ahead and reach the arms to a wider V towards the back of the mat. And slowly windshield wiper the knees. So you're going to let one knee fall in as the other falls out in the same direction. Just go nice and slow. Completely let the knees fall to both sides. So don't stop halfway, but press the knee that falls in forward and almost touch the inner knee down to the floor. Really nice. Plant the feet down to the floor, hips distance apart. Now we're going to pretend for a moment that we have no arms, and you're going to extend your right heel up towards the sky. Spread your toes and make space in the bottom of your foot. See if you can straighten your right leg out to the best of your ability. From there, you're going to reach your arms long towards the ceiling. Face the palms towards one another. Take a big inhale. Exhale, crunch, lift your head, your shoulders, your upper back off the floor, and stretch the left leg out long, reach through the balls of the toes. So you're already getting the abdominal muscles going. Often when we aren't aware of our abdominal muscles, the lower back tends to take a lot of effort that should be distributed throughout the rest of the body. From here, interlace the hands around the back of your right leg, whether it's the shin or the hamstrings, and let your head and the shoulders come back to the floor. Keep the left leg stretching out long, but you can bring the left heel down towards the mat. You could also bend the left knee and plant the foot down onto the floor. But as you reach up through your right heel, just gently press your leg, your shin, or your hamstrings into your hands. Broaden your shoulders just so you're creating a little bit of muscular energy in the back of the right leg. And then circle the right ankle. Point the toes. Flex the foot. Spread the toes. Squeeze the toes. Very nice. And then just flex the foot. Normally, take a few more deep breaths here. Very nice. Rebend your left knee and take your right ankle to your left lower thigh. Now, once again, you're going to bring your arms by the sides and you're going to pretend that you have no arms. I want you to press your right ankle into your left lower thigh so that the right knee moves forward, and then arch your lower back a little bit. So the lower back tries to lift up and away from the floor. Now keep that going, but lift your left foot off the floor. So you're pressing right ankle into your left thigh, trying to wrap right knee forward. Simultaneously, you're drawing the left thigh and right inner ankle towards you as you try to arch your lower back away from the floor. it might naturally press back down into the floor. And that's okay if that happens. It's just the energy in the lower back that's important. Good. From here, interlace your hands around your left leg. Continue to press your right ankle into your left lower thigh, though. So you want to have that forward directional force of the right shin. Broaden the shoulders and breathe into your right outer hip. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Full and complete. Really nice. Extend both heels up towards the ceiling. Flex the feet. Notice if one leg just feels energetically a little bit longer than the other leg right now. And then place the feet back down onto the floor. Nice. Extend your left heel up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot and spread the toes. Reach your arms long. Ground your lower back. And on your exhale, crunch. Lift the head, the shoulders, the upper back off the mat. Stretch the right leg out long and hover the right leg. Crunch as high as you can, but don't squeeze your face. Interlace your hands around your left leg and settle the head, the shoulders back down onto the floor. Like before, you could bend the right knee and plant the foot down. You could stretch the right leg out long. Whatever feels best for you. But press the left shin actively into the hands. So if the hands weren't there, the left leg would just slap back down to the floor. So from here, reach up through the left heel, spread your toes. Let's circle the ankle a little bit. Just articulate the ankle in all different ways. Point the toes, flex the foot, squeeze the toes, spread the toes. Very nice. From here, rebend your right knee, plant the foot down onto the floor. Take your left ankle to your right lower thigh. You have no arms for just a moment. Lift your right foot off the mat as you press the left ankle actively into your right lower thigh. Arch your lower back to the best of your ability away from the floor and take a few deep breaths. Now, just like before, interlace your hands around your right leg, but don't lift the head. If your head is lifted, if you're squeezing your face, you're working too hard. Let your head be heavy, even if you need to just uninterlace the hands. But press the left ankle into your right lower thigh. Continue to wrap your left knee forward. Let's take 3 more breaths. Very nice. As you feel ready, undo your legs. Bring the bottoms of the feet together here and the knees out wide. Take your hands to your lower belly. Take a big inhale. And an open mouth exhale, release. Good. Interlace the hands behind the head, elbows wide. Take an inhale once again. Exhale, ground your lower back and crunch. Keep the chin away from the chest, elbows wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Very nice. Hug the knees into the chest and begin to rock and roll back and forth. Massaging the length of the spine a little bit. Just a few more times. Until you can come all the way up into a cross-legged pose. Once you set up into your cross-legged pose, we're going to do a few cat-cows and rotations here in this space. So take your hands to your knees. Inhale, stick the butt out, take the shoulders onto the back, lift the chin a little bit away from the chest, broaden the heart. Exhale, keep the hands at the knees, but lean back, arms are straight. Take the chin towards the chest. Good. Inhale, broaden the chest, lift the heart, stick the butt out. Exhale, round your spine, navel in and up. Good. Inhale, broaden. And exhale, round. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Stay lifted. Exhale, go ahead and take your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall in this twist. So your right hand is essentially a supporting spine. And turn your gaze without being too forceful in your neck towards your back right shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Take your right hand to your left knee. Don't lean back onto your left hand, but press up and out of your left hand to draw the lower back in. Take the chin away from your chest and twist towards the back left shoulder. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And let's come forward into a tabletop pose. So shoulders over the wrists, hips are over the knees. So we're going to isolate scapular protraction and retraction. In other words, you're just going to do cat-cow in your upper back, in your shoulder blades. So keep your pelvis fixed and neutral. And all I want you to do is melt your heart. Let your shoulder blades come together. The arms do not bend. And then do the opposite. Lift the back of the heart, press through the palms. So it's not that you're rounding the upper back. It's just that you're lifting the spine in between the shoulder blades. Good. Retract, inhale. Protract, exhale, press the floor away. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Now this time, inhale, cow pose. Retract the shoulder blades, stick the butt out, broaden the heart, look up. Exhale, cat pose around the entirety of the spine. Press the hands into the mat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Very nice. Inhale, cow pose. Walk your hands about 2 inches forward. Tuck your toes and press back, downward facing dog. And as you arrive in downward facing dog, keep the knees pretty bent. Drive the hands into the mat and send your hips up and back. Take a big inhale, come onto the tippy toes, straighten the legs. Exhale, send both of the heels back and down. Try to literally rip the mat in half. Pull the lower ribs in slightly. Good. Inhale, plank pose, come forward. Keep the head pretty lifted. Notice if you're just being heavy here. Protract the scapula. Broaden the heart. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Keep the right leg straight. Exhale, knee to nose, round in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Bring the back left knee down. Good. From here, ground your left hand. Reach the right hand high to the sky. Spread the fingers. Allow the hips to sink forward and down. Notice if the left shoulder is popping forward. Draw the left shoulder onto the back. On your exhale, take your right hand down. Slide your left knee back a little bit, 2 inches or so, and straighten the right leg. You can always take blocks underneath your hands or block-like stuff. Dig the right heel down into the floor. That's really important that you're pressing the heel down. And pull the toes towards your face. So flex your foot, in other words. Broaden your hips outwards in opposite directions. And breathe into the entirety of the back of the right leg here, as if you had lungs there. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, lunge back into your right knee. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, come forward. Pause here in plank. Firm the core up, press the floor away. Downward facing dog, press back. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Keep the hips squared today. Exhale, use your core to pull knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Bring the back right knee down. Ground your right hand firmly. Reach the left hand high to the sky. Spread the fingers. So hips sink forward and down. You feel, though, that the left heel wants to draw back and the right knee wants to draw forward. On your exhale, take the left hand down, slide your right knee back a little bit, 2 inches or so, and straighten your left leg. Spread the left toes. Reach through the left inner ankle as you firm the lower belly slightly in and up without limiting the breath. Could you broaden your hips in opposite directions? Shoulders are broad. Breath is fluid. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, re-lunge back into your left knee. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. This time, with the belly in, lower all the way to the belly. Nice. Reach the hands forward. Face the palms down towards the floor. Now you're going to inhale, lift your hands, your arms, your legs away from the floor. Back of the neck is long, so you're looking down. Like you're holding onto an imaginary strap. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands in line with the middle of the ribs. Tuck your toes. Press up, high plank from the belly. And then all the way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, take a big inhale, look between your thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, all the way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Pause here. Feet are hips distance, spread your toes. And grab opposite elbows. Maybe interlace the hands at the base of the skull. Let's get this mic in the right place. Good. Send a little bit more weight forward into the balls of the toes. And then let your hands hang down towards the floor. Now, as you press the feet down into the floor, I want you to try to energetically pull the feet in opposite directions. So slide the heels towards the long sides of the mat without actually moving them. Feel how your outer hips turn on. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands above the head, meet the palms, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms down by the sides. From Tadasana Mountain Pose, inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Bend the knees at the bottom a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders on the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, from the strength of the spine, rise up, reach the arms above the head, meet the palms. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Inhale, hands rise above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank pose, pause and plank. Take an inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, shoulder blades on the back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Once again, drive the feet, the heels back and down. Lower ribs in. Engage the lower belly, but stick the butt out. Take a big inhale, look between your thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reach the hands above the head, press down through the feet. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms down by the sides. Good. Inhale, once again, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, round in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, make your way through an unrushed chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Same exact alignment. Lower ribs slightly in, heels back and down.
butt to the sky. And breathe. One more breath. Big inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or jump back, mindful chaturanga, awareness of the lower belly. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a few breaths. Lower ribs in, hands, including finger pads, down and forward. Good. From here, inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. Ground the back left heel. And we're actually just going to open up the entire long way of the mat. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Sorry, you can see my butt here. Toes turning slightly in. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Now, like we did at the beginning of class, press the feet down and try to pull the heels in opposite directions. So the outer hips turn on. Good. Now turn the left toes to a 45-degree angle. Bend into your left knee, but don't drop the hips all the way. Ground your right hand directly under the right shoulder and take the left forearm to your left thigh. 2 more breaths. Lengthening the inner left thigh. Good. Inhale, straighten the left leg, turn the toes in. Exhale, rotate back to the top of the mat into low lunge. Plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, and to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come to the belly. Good. Come onto your forearms. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Now pause a moment here in Sphinx pose. I want to bring a little bit more nuance into this space. So as you drive the forearms down, you should also feel that the hands want to rotate out and the forearms want to pull back to reach the chest forward. Don't crunch the back of the neck, but keep the back of the neck long. Very good. Interlace the fingers, tuck your toes, and from the glutes engaging in the lower belly, pull in, pulling in, lift off of your thighs, come into forearm plank. Are you sticking your butt out here? Drop the tailbone, pull it back. Engage your lower belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips down. Very nice. Broaden the chest. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Press back. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, go ahead and step the foot in between the hands, ground your right heel. Like before, open up the long way of the mat. Nice. Fingertips under the shoulders, halfway lift. Press the feet down, try to pull the feet apart energetically until you feel that the glutes turn on. Then turn your right toes out to a 45-degree angle, bend into your right knee. Take the left hand under the face as you take the right forearm to the right inner thigh. So you're not sinking the hips all the way down today. You're just gently encouraging more length in the inner right thigh, trying to keep the spine long. 2 more breaths. Good. Straighten your right leg, turn the toes in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge back to the top of the mat into the left leg. Plank pose, step back, inhale. Slowly descend all the way to the belly. Exhale. Take your forearms to the floor, elbows under the shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes from the belly, from the glutes, from the inner thighs, lift. Forearm plank. Keep the head lifted, the chest broad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips down. Very nice. Big inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, child's pose. Knees nice and wide today. Big toes touch, forehead down to the mat. Press your hips back towards your heels as you reach your arms forward and down. From child's pose, rise all the way up into tabletop pose. So from here, make sure you're in a really perfect tabletop pose. So shoulders over the wrists, hips are over the knees. Ground your left hand down. Reach your right hand high to the sky, and I want you to face the palm towards the right. Drive the left hand even further down and lean your head back a little bit. Come into this big twist. Exhale, thread the right arm all the way through. Let the shoulder and the side of the head rest down. Now you can either crawl the left hand forward, got a few pops there, or you could bring the left palm open on the back. So really, when we're taking care of the lower back and the upper back and the middle back, we're spending time opening the upper back because it holds a lot of tension. And we're spending time opening the hips, the hamstrings, the musculature that surrounds the lower back, because often that connective tissue is pulled really tight if the hips, the hamstrings, the outer hips are tight. We're strengthening the lower belly so that the body has more support in sensitive areas like the lower back. Plant the left hand down, press yourself back up, tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Flat neutral spine. Reach the left hand high, face the palm towards the left and pause. Drive the right hand down, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, thread the left arm all the way through. Let the shoulder and the side of the head come down. Now you could crawl the right hand forward. You could bring the right palm open on the back. But drive the knees down, draw the lower belly very, very subtly in towards the spine. And enjoy the process of breathing, feeling the body. Good. On your next exhale, take the right hand down, press yourself back up, tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose. Pause here, walk the hands a little forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high, right leg is straight. Exhale, pigeon pose. Take the right knee to the right side of the mat. Now before you fold, I want you to drive the right shin down and lift your hips like a half a foot away from the floor. Press the left foot down, the top of the foot, so the inner thighs are strong. Nice. Now, from here, either rest down onto your forearms or walk the hands all the way forward and rest your forehead down to the floor. If this bothers your right knee, come onto the back and do a supine figure 4 once again. Good. Lower belly is slightly in and up, so you're not super passive today in this stretch. You're gently pressing the right shin into the floor and drawing the outer right hip back and in. It doesn't have to be to the point that this is hard work, but I want you to feel that you're building strength, not just flexibility today. We often try to just counter discomfort by stretching, stretching, stretching. It's not always the right way to go about it. Nice. On your next inhale, come back to your palms. Tuck your left toes. Three-legged dog. Reach the right leg high. Shake the leg out a little bit. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale from the belly, pigeon pose, left knee to left side of the mat. Right leg is long behind you. Before you fold, walk the hands forward a little bit. Drive the left shin down. This should be strong here. Press the top of the right foot down until you literally feel the muscles in the legs turn on. Keep that about 30% and fold. So as the left shin presses down, it feels like the left hip wants to draw back and in a little bit. The breath is full and complete. You could reach the arms out long in front of you and rest the forehead. You could come back onto your back for supine figure 4 again. Take 5 more of the deepest breaths you've taken this entire class, and just feel that as the hips open, the musculature of the glutes pull less at the lower back. At least that will be the effect of this practice. So hopefully this gives you some relief. Good, as you feel ready, plant the palms, tuck your right toes, inhale, 3-legged dog, shake the left leg out a little bit. Take the left foot down to the floor. Nice. Let's inhale, plank pose, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Now from here, this is a little bit confusing if you've never done it before, but you're gonna take your right arm into a cactus shape on the floor. Make sure the right elbow is in line with the right shoulder, maybe a little ahead of it. Right wrist is right in front of your right elbow. Take your right ear to the mat and roll open. So right shoulder is towards or to the floor, left hip rolls on top of right, left shoulder rolls on top of right. Bend your right knee, plant the foot. Left knee, plant the foot. Maybe even bring the left palm open on the back. And breathe. You should feel a big stretch in the front of your right shoulder and the chest. If you sit at a chair all day, look at your phone or look at a computer, you have a tight and weak chest. Unless you're also pumping iron. But this will help you in your upper back because you're stretching those muscles out that need to be open to have correct posture. When the posture is bad, you'll feel problems with the lower back, problems with the upper back, problems in general. One more breath. Good, come back to your belly, and let's go ahead and switch sides. So go ahead and bring the left arm to that cactus shape. Take left ear to the mat. Roll open. Bend your right knee, plant the foot behind the left leg. Spread the left fingers a little bit, soften the eyes. And breathe. If it's too much, you back out a little bit. Resist the urge to just go full throttle with everything. It's not always going to be helpful. Sometimes the best things are subtle and done in repetition over time. Keep feeling like you want to scoop the left shoulder onto the back, maybe even bring the right palm open on the back for 3 more breaths. Good, and when you feel ready, roll back onto your belly. Bring the fingertips in line with the middle of the ribs. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, cobra pose. Roll the neck out a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes from the belly. Press up, high plank. And all the way back into downward facing dog. This will be the final downward facing dog. So take a big inhale, stick the butt out, send the heels down. Open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump all the way through. Roll down onto your back. Plant the feet down onto the floor. So we're back where we started. This is a short practice. It's 30 minutes. For those of you that are wanting longer practices, don't worry, they're coming. They're coming, I promise. Good, heels nice and close towards your butt. Ground the lower back down so your lower belly is engaged, and lift into a super subtle bridge. Take your hands to your butt, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips nice and high. Feel how strong the glutes are. This is also essential in supporting the spine. When the hips are open and strong, the spine just kind of rests with ease on the hips and the legs because they're doing their job. They're carrying you well. On your exhale, lower all the way down, and then go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet once again together. Take a big inhale. And open mouth, release. Deep inhale. And release. One more inhale. And release. Very nice. From here, let's go ahead and come into happy baby's pose. Grab onto the pinky toe sides of the feet or the inner arches. And just be a little baby. Goo goo gaga. Rock side to side. Maybe stretch the legs out. Good. Stretch your right leg out long. Let go of it. Keep the left leg in happy baby's pose. Take your right hand to your left knee. Bring your left arm to a T off to the left. Exhale, guide the left knee across the body for a big supine twist. Don't force it, especially if your lower back is giving you issues. You're just stretching things out right now, but you're not trying to overexert yourself. And in fact, if you're having a lower back injury right now, I suggest that you let your body rest and you do things that involve strength around your hips. Inhale, come back to center. Come into a second set of happy baby's pose. This class is geared towards people who are just holding a lot of tension, and it just goes right to the spine, the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Let go of your left leg, stretch the left leg out long. Take your left hand to your right knee, guide your right leg all the way across the body as you twist. Reach the right arm off to the right. And breathe. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both of the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And stretch out. Final Shavasana. Take up some room. So as you stay in Shavasana as usual, I'm going to sit up and I'm going to guide you through that space. So in yoga, we believe that the physical body is, and the feeling of the physical body is both a direct result of your musculature and skeletal systems, but those systems don't live in a vacuum, and they exist in the mental, emotional, energetic landscape as well. So when the mind is stressed, the body has a either conscious or unconscious reaction to that. And the breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. So when you allow yourself to breathe, when you send a message to the body that it's okay to relax, you're sure to experience the very potent physical benefits of being calm and restorative. So stay here as long as you can, 5-10 minutes. It was wonderful guiding you through this practice. It's really been a pleasure. I'll continue to post lots of videos, but for now I'm going to let you rest. Have a wonderful rest of your day or your night, and namaste, friends.
Open up, you open, bitch, you won't be